It was a sizzling hot night for high school football, and we saw some sizzling highlights on the field. Hello, everyone. I'm Dom Tiberi. Welcome to First and 10.
And I'm Adam King. You know, a night like tonight, a nice victory Gatorade bath might not be such a bad thing. We've got crosstown rivals, huge matchups everywhere, starting with our game of the week.
Yeah, no question about that. Heavyweight championship fight, to be sure, with Hilliard-Davidson hosting Canal-Winchester. Canal getting an impressive win in week one, while Davidson a tough loss to a team out of Pennsylvania. We'll pick this one up in the first quarter, and defense is setting the tone in this game. We kind of thought it would. Canal-Winchester driving, but the big hit, look at that. The ball comes loose, and the Wildcats, Paul Kanapke recovers, and the Cats keep playing the good defense later in the game. Canal's Quentin McGee wants to throw, but he is picked off by Kanapke. Later in the game, though, Davidson returns the favor. Johnny de Blasio is picked off by Dre Jackson. He knows what to do, brings it back 55 yards for the touchdown. Indians led 7-0, but Davidson comes back, led by Paul Kanapke. Incredible game. He also had a 100-yard kick for a touchdown. Davidson wins 36-15, Adam.
Well, it's the battle for Worthington. Kilbourne versus Thomas Worthington. We're gonna need more smoke in that smoke machine. The Wolves bringing the smoke early in this game. Jackson Zabo, make sure you get this on Cam. He finds Cam Fisher for the TD, and then I like this. He says, excuse me, I've got to go celebrate with my team. Pardon me. Somebody send this next video to Brian Hartline. I may think there might be a future Zone 6 guy right there. What a catch. That sets up Zabo to Luke Page. And somebody want to take a page out of the defense here and know that Luke is heading to the end zone. Worthington Kilbourne, a huge week in week two. They beat their rival 49-14.
All right, Adam, right now it is time to check in with the third member of our team.
Nicole Sheeran has us covered with two more games from Under the Lights.
Well, guys, it's our first weekend full of nothing but football. The Buckeyes on Saturday and Under the Lights tonight. We start things off with a battle of the undefeated Olentangy Orange at the home of the Warriors. And it was Pick City in Westerville. Second quarter, Ronald Jackson in trouble, scrambles here, goes for it downfield. Will Musgrove with the sticky fingers, his second interception in this quarter, and Pioneers now in scoring position. Levi Davis fakes the handoff. What a spiral to 6. Zane Konzak straight to the house. And Olentangy Orange widens it 42-21. And you know what that means? 42 push-ups. Jackson answers the call with the keeper here to tighten it 42-27. But it's not enough. Pioneers take this one 54-41 final.
You know, I think that's 7 picks for us in 2 games, and that's just playmakers, players making plays, man. And we, you know, we're glad they're ours, so they competed and they did everything we asked.
6 minutes down the road, it was a Westerville showdown. Central at the home of the South, the Wildcats looking to make it 2-0. First drive of the game, Evan Andrews with the handoff to Ian Gordon, walks the tightrope straight in for 6, gives the camera that victory wave, and it's 7-0 Wildcats. Second quarter, Andrews right up the middle to Isaac Patterson, the 1-2 punch. He lays that one right in the red for the score, and Westerville South widens it 17-3 going into the half. 41-11 final from Wildcat Country. Well, guys, I can't complain. It was another beautiful night under the lights, and we've got the Buckeyes tomorrow. So that's going to do it for my time here in Westerville. So I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks so much, Nicole. You know, Columbus Academy made it all the way to late October before dropping their first game last season. Tonight, the Vikings welcoming the Pioneers, trying to stay undefeated. Alder and Academy both without a loss. Somebody's going to walk away with their first one. I feel for the man working the grill. That has to be a wee bit toasty there, Dom. If this was the play designed by Alder, they are genius. Catch for 22, just like they drew it up. And that sets up Grant Horn to chase Mutzel His jersey won't need any dry cleaning after this thing. Untouched for 6 there. Alder with the 6-0 lead. But Academy on 4th and 1. They go for it. And Cole Spaulding, they put his name on the football for a reason. The ref, the closest defender to him, that gives the Vikings the lead, and they would run with it. They win 27-9 over Jonathan Alder. I think there's some saying about the best part of 2-0. Something, Mike, Dom, you want to finish that off?
The chance to go 3-0.
Thank you very much,
All right,
Dom.
Adam, thank you very much. We head back to Hilliard. Rivalry game, Hilliard-Bradley hosting Hilliard Derby. Both teams fired up for this one. They're just 4 miles apart. Second quarter tied at 7. Bradley takes the lead. Jack Whitmore, 14 yards for the touchdown, and the Jaguars led 14-7. Last play just before halftime. Darby, the field goal attempt, but it's blocked. Watch this, Adam. Bradley's Jaden Keeney, off to the races he goes. 91 yards for the touchdown. Jags led 21-7 at that point. Bradley keeps it going in the third quarter. Jack Whitmore, second touchdown of the game. Bradley wins 28-7. So that is 6 games down for week 2 of 1st and 10. But we still have more to come.
Yes, if my math is correct, which it usually isn't. We still have 4 games to go, including a check on some of our City League. That's coming up next.
Yeah, welcome back to 1st and 10. I ask you, my friend, is there anything better than high school football on a Friday night? That was beautiful.
I think that is exactly what makes it great. And I'll say, note to student sections everywhere. If you chant Channel 10, there's a good chance you'll be on 1st and 10. A lot more great games tonight, so let's get to it, Dom.
Yeah, we're going to jump back into it with a trip to St. Charles. The Cardinals hosting Hamilton Township, the Rangers. Both teams off to perfect 1-0 starts. Looking to keep it going here in week 2. We head to the home of those Cardinals, and, you know, this was a defensive battle. St. Charles was up 14-6 in the third quarter and driving. But watch this. The Rangers come up big on 4th down. The ball is loose, and Hamilton Township recovers. Still in the third. St. Charles is driving again. Again, the Rangers come up with a huge stop. The ball's knocked back into the arms of quarterback Mark Morton. He doesn't get the first down. Hamilton Township takes over, but the Rangers give the ball right back. Brian Curtis, yeah, that's a nice interception. St. Charles 2-0 as they go on to win 21-14. Next up, we head to Kip Columbus. Jaguars hosting the Warriors of Eastmore Academy. Eastmore Academy off to a 1-0 start. Kip still looking for that first win. Maybe it'll come tonight. Eastmore jumping out. Jeremiah Johnson fighting to the end zone. The Warriors led 7-0. Second quarter, and Kip is going to come back. Quarterback Jeremiah Walters decides to take off running. Wanted to throw, and he's going to leap for the end zone, but just comes up short. That's going to set up the touchdown, though, to Sean Bosley. He will easily work his way into the end zone. The try for 2 was no good. Eastmore led 7-6, but Kip, Adam, comes back to win 26-21.
When Bishop Watterson walked off the field as state runner-ups last year, they said one thing: we'll be back. Well, the Eagles are trying to prove just that, and game number 2 goes through Dublin Scioto. I don't know which is better here, the cowboy hat or the eagle hat, but Dom, I think you'd look great in that yellow hat. I'm going to get it for you. So being up front here, I got to this game in the second half. The score was 42-0. But we promised you highlights, and Caden Mangia delivered. Thought he might take that one to the house. I guess he'll have to settle for the casual 30-yard run. Bishop Watterson dominating this game. They get the win, 45-0. The bigger story here, we're 2 games through the season. The Eagles haven't allowed a point on defense. That's one way to win a game. Now to Bexley versus Mifflin. Neither team starting the season how they wanted, but tonight somebody's going to get that first win and also a nice bag of ice. Bexley on top early, but not by enough in Caleb Cranston's standards. In a sea of blue, he's running around the edge and find the end zone. Now we go to the start of the second half. Bexley up big. Pete Harpy tells the offense, stay on the sideline. I got this one, guys. He's taking it all the way for 6. Bexley.
Is that what he said?
I didn't ask him, Dom. I can't. I'll reach out. Okay, I think that's what he said. That bought us enough time to see another great play from Bexley. The Lions dominating. They spent a lot of time in the end zone. 7 touchdowns. They win 49-0 over Mifflin.
I thought maybe you were talking to the guy.
I'm very close friends with him, obviously.
All right. That's going to take care of week 2 of the high school football season.